right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, wherever in the world you are. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play that. So, yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, so we have version 5.5 here, and this is on the live server. So everyone who has the game can get into the content that I'm about to get into here. And it looks like there's been another wipe. I'm going to have to set up another character again. That's really expected. Right now, the focus on this portion of testing is adventuring and economy. The adventuring, you know, I have read a bit about it and everything about going out and adventuring, but I really don't know a whole bunch of what it really consists of. I also have read some other stuff that talks about making areas big economic centers and with player vendors and everything. So this is going to be interesting. That is kind of my area since I do a lot of merchant style stuff, and our guild has the resources or the land area to really do something like that. So we'll see how that goes. So I am on the US East server, and I think it's called Wrath or something like that. I don't recall. And I'm going to go in on balance. That's typically where I go in on. So there are new creatures now that that can be chosen. There are both male and female characters for those that it's important to. In fact, yeah, it looks like there's quite a few now, and not all of them have male and female counterparts, but So anyway, it is still a work in progress. I noticed that that
you, sir, rock.
Things are still listed as being pre-alpha, and so anyway, I'm going to go with an Elkin Confessor because that's the way I like to roll. And so, oh, horns or no horns? Oh, look at that on the hairstyle. That's new. Yeah. Horns or no horns? Interesting. I guess that's the only style choice I get. Yeah. I don't know. It makes my character maybe look juvenile. A young buck. I don't know. We'll try it with no horns. All right. There are more choices in other characters. So, Keep was pillaged. Chaos won. Wait a second. I just got here. So, apparently, this has happened. And apparently, I don't know how to get a mouse to close that. Well, welcome to 5.5. So, like I mentioned, it is pre-alpha. And so, you know, I thought it was left or right control. Left alt or control to get in there. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. I hit escape and I got it. All right. So there is still some work to be done on the UI, but the UI is not bad. But obviously there are still some things to be done on it. Let me turn down this music just a little bit. The music I'm playing in the background is not part of the game. Last time I checked, the music in the game was pretty limited, so I look forward to that being updated. All right, so let's see here. We're just gonna look in my local bank. Nothing. Okay, that tells me that it probably has been wiped. Let me see here if see how the brightness is up pretty high already. This is something that that I haven't quite figured out with the game. I don't know if it's me or if it's what it is. Yeah, okay. Didn't think I'd have anything in there. Let me look at my spirit bank. Yeah, everything's been wiped, so we're starting fresh. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so one of the these are the abilities of my character, and I want this bounce or bound, whatever, to be with my right mouse button. It's let's call it a get out of the way quick card. And then in survival mode, let's see here, Path of Righteousness, Spotting, Mental Fortitude, let's see, Righteousness, add a chance to restore mana when dealing damage. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. Right. So there's that. A little bit set up. Hey, first thing I do is make a couple things. Only the graphics detain you from buying it right away? Yes. Well, the 80% of the looks and niceties come in the last 20% of development. We've not hit that last 20% of development. The last 20% of development's probably when we hit beta. So that will probably be the point of beta. Okay, so now, oh, I don't have my horns. You know that one of the things that he does is he rams the trees. This is going to hurt his head a lot. Yeah. He's got a nice hard head. Yeah. How balanced are the classes? So I can tell you this, that right now they're still working on putting all the classes in, and there is balancing that's going on. But I would call it rudimentary balancing. And we will later, once all of the types are out and everything available, then I'm sure there'll be a lot of balancing stuff put in. I know that PvP is a very high level of attention here in this game. So it's not you don't have to worry about, you know, the warring and the PvP interaction of this being felt like it's left behind, because it's not at all. It's been at the primary core of the development. Now there's also really rich crafting in here and everything, and in fact the all of the good stuff is player made. I don't think that there's anything that drops that is more than, you know, a resource that is can't remember what the button is. It's nothing more than everything that drops is just a resource, or varying grades of those resources, but that's what they are. Okay, so I have enough to make that axe. I got to remember now what the button is. That's not it. To go to crafting. Here we go. It's J. It doesn't make any sense. Well, if I had my horns, it'd look a little bit better when I headbutt the tree. So I have to make my initial stuff. Maybe there's other players that have been in here for a little bit and are playing around with stuff and getting it built and everything, and, you know, selling stuff. But I don't have any money yet or anything, so I'm really starting out right at the basics. And so I'm going to make myself an axe, and so this is very this axe is the lowest level that there is. And if I were to put a lot of time and effort into this area, I'd be able to make some amazing equipment that would do really well for me. But you know, at this point, we're just getting going. I'm going to see if I can make this and a pick as well. And then I'll be able to, I think, make a little bit better stuff here. Markee Dragon, I reckon the guy who would be the best crafter in the game, primitive technology, that guy is unreal at crafting from nature. I don't know what that exactly means, but I can say that that is where I am focusing my pre-alpha time, is really into the crafting systems and everything, and knowing how to make equipment, because in the beginning, that's going to be really important. So, yeah. All right, so I have one of each of these now. And so, should be able to equip these. Okay, there they are in my survival tray. And now let's see here about using an axe and getting a little bit of flow with it. Actually, this feels better than the last version. Wow, look at all that stuff. I haven't looked at my skills in a little bit. I understand there's been a lot of skill stuff happening too. And skills in this are like Eve. They are passive, meaning that that you learn the stuff. And so do I have... It looks like I do have stuff. It looks like my time bank stopped though. Okay, rune making. Ooh, I have 30 days of time in here. Holy shit. Okay. Then I was doing a secondary of woodworking. We'll get the skill going in that. I'm not going to go through and make do a bunch of skill changes this time. So, okay, exploration. Says I have 50 minutes there. This is wrong. That number there, that's definitely wrong. Yeah, this one's almost 100%, and you know. And that one's nearly 100%. Let's see, ore, stone, grave specialization, wood specialization, animal specialization. Okay, I have 30 days of time sitting in there. Okay, what is going to be the next area that's going to be important for me? I guess I'm going to start, I'm just going to get these time banks going. So this is one of the ways that, so if you know Eve, you inject a skill book or whatnot, and then you study that, and you go up in the levels. And this is passive. This happens while you're playing the game. It happens while you're offline in the game. It just keeps happening until the queue runs out. Well, in here it's similar. You learn the different things. They take time to learn. You can learn them directly, and then when it finishes, it'll start adding time to your time bank. One of the differences is that you'll be able to buy and play this and not have to pay another dime. But if you are paying for VIP, which is kind of like the monthly subscription, then your time bank will go up to 30 days. And so otherwise, it'll only go to like 24 hours or something like that, which means that you're going to be logging in once a day to... you're going to be logging in once a day to be managing that. There's going to be some other reasons to be VIP as well. But anyway, this is a similar style. In this view right here, this view is a lot more like a Diablo type view or a Path of Exile type view, and instead of the Eve view, but it all is kind of similar. So, all right. So I have those two things training. I could walk away for 30 days and they'll just keep going. They'll just keep filling in the pool. And then, you know, hopefully I don't overfill it or whatnot. So also, I do want to mention something. I don't have any giveaways for Crowfall, you know, like I do some of the other games, but we do have something that's very, very rare that's happened in our store, which is that the Amber Kickstarters, we ended up with too many of them. We've been buying them from other players. I put them on sale. They're more than $100 off. They're expensive, but they're more than $100 off, and that sale will continue until we're down to normal volume. So that could be a couple of hours. It could be a couple of days. Anyway, but if you've been thinking about wanting one of those Kickstarter level accounts, the Amber has some of the best value in the game for its cost, and they are on sale right now in our store. So, hey, Sylvan, Fairy, we got 30 days in here. We got more than time than what's going to go in there. Okay, so let me choose a second. Got 30 days of time in there. Holy cow. I hate to just not train anything. That's under race. Gosh. Yeah, so I've got 2 time banks in there. And okay, so we're going to go here under man. And then also under monster, I guess. So we'll see. I don't know if we're going to get use of those things before, you know, before things get wiped again. They try not to wipe anything, but this is still in development, so things are getting wiped. Okay, so Mage, 30 days sitting in there in Arcane, and in Divine, I have 30 days sitting in there. Wow. All right. So we're going to turn on the time banks for these other 2, and then we'll be done in the skills area. I'm not going to bore you with applying all the skills. It's actually a little cumbersome in the menu that they have here. And I'm sure that's going to be improved before release, but yeah, it's just a little bit cumbersome right now. All right, those are all going. Excellent. Ooh, they've added some sound effects. Oh, including that when I take focus away, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's change my. Let's see. It's going to be hammer or pick. Well, we'll see what happens. I can't remember. 800. Okay, so hammer is on these rocks. The pick is on the ore. There is no trial of this game. So, yeah, there is no trial. On their site, they have stated that they are going to have a beta that won't cost anything. They haven't called it an open beta. What they've called it is a closed beta that you'll be able to get in for free. You have to sign up for it on their site, and then when they do that, the signups will be closed, meaning that only the people who are already in will get access, and so that'll happen for some period of time in beta. I don't know the specifics of it. I guess a tree just grew up right next to me. Alright, so we're picking up this stuff. Hopefully, this will be enough for me to make a few more tools once I get a few more items. Yeah, and one of the things, so we're an official business partner with Artcraft, and we are a trusted trader, meaning that we have the ability to sell older accounts and stuff. It's actually not accounts, they're packages. And so if you decided at that point that you're like, well, I actually want one of these older Kickstarter packages or whatnot, you would be able to possibly get those from us, but the price will likely be higher at that time because the demand will be higher than what it is right now. Not trying to get you to buy right this minute or anything like that. I'm just saying how that's probably going to work. So, and on the flip side, if you own one of the package types that is not the current package type, and you decide the game's not for you, we can buy it from you. So there will be a point when the game fully launches and those that stuff gets consumed out of them and they won't be able to be repackaged, and then we wouldn't be able to buy it. But at this point, we do have a lot of the older stuff, and we can buy them from players as well. I think some of my skills are coming into play because as a brand new character, if you didn't have all the skills that I have, you would not have nearly this much stuff dropping. I've got a ton of stuff, including some of the rare golden apples and such. So one of the first things that I'm going to have to do, I got to make a spell book. And so we're going to have to see what it takes to make that. Probably going to have to get a few more resources. That is more important to me to get that spell book than it is for me to get better harvesting tools, because I cannot fight without that, even just a low level one. So, dude, this way. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and let's see here. I forget how to use my pips. Isn't that funny? I haven't played in probably 6 weeks or so. I thought it was E. Yeah, it is. What did I... It's not E. Apparently... Whoop! Apparently, I recalled to home. Well then. It's Q? Did they move it? Does it feel like it's moved to me? I don't know. Yeah, there it is. I thought it was E, but I guess not. Could just not remember. Man, I am getting a ton of stuff. My skills are doing very well for me. All right. I just go down here and get a few more rocks, and then we'll see what all it's going to take to hello, Rylock. Good. Glad you're enjoying learning about the game. So I am getting not only more materials because of my skills, but it's happening a bit faster and everything. These are very rudimentary tools that I've built so far. Can't imagine what I could do if I had better tools. The skills in here right now are running at about 10 times as fast as what they will be when the game launches. And there will be a soft launch that they're targeting for this year, at the end of this year. But at the same time, they have stated that it'll release when it's ready, and so they want it to be right You don't want to put it out too early. Skills start carrying over. So you get time bank in them when you finish researching a skill, and it'll start going into your time bank. And it depends on how big of a time bank you have as to whether or not they'll carry over. And see what I can do, I have a couple of time banks that are sitting at 30 days. So I have 30 days worth of skill that I can then apply to my character in different areas. So you put in the time, you can apply it to the skill. Okay, one more of these, and then we're going to see if we've got what it takes to make all this stuff, to make my book. Just carry over between betas, as long as they don't wipe. So we just had a character wipe. My skills were still here, but all my items are gone. There could be, if necessary, with all the skill stuff, if they have changed stuff so much that it has to be wiped, then they'll wipe it. All right. Here's the crafting. So basic weapons, basic Book of Sin. Oh, I didn't realize that it only took that much wood to make it. Okay. So not a problem. I'm getting that made. Let's do it. Now today I'm not going to worry so much about crafting everything up and having everything just perfect so that we can go out and do stuff. We're just going to go. So, all right. So that crafting that book gives me the ability to fight now. For other characters, it would not be a book. It'd be, having a sword or whatnot. Unless you're going to punch everybody to death. This guy is a mage, so there's, it doesn't, yeah, anyway, he's a mage. Let me see how much, okay, I got enough left on that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put everything in the bank except for maybe that last little bit of food. And then we're going to go out looking around. So I understand there are adventure areas. Now, the adventure stuff, I'm going to take those golden apples with me. Let's see here. Oh, graphic doesn't work quite right on those, does it? All right. Just making sure I can cast my skills, cast my spells. Let's look at a map. The map here is extremely rudimentary. I'm sure that this is going to look way different at launch. So I am actually looking in this direction. Okay. Let me see if I can get myself pointed the right direction. To go inland, there we go. I don't know why the local bank keeps coming up there, but okay. All right, so we're going to go out this side over here. They're going to stop wiping skills before launch. Well, there would be something called soft launch, where there would be the final wipe of everything. And then after that, everything will be persistent. That will happen most likely in beta. And so then the launch of the other stuff will happen, while the game's up and running and everything's really great and everything. There'll be some final deliverables that they will work on before the full hard launch. So we're not going to mess around with the creatures that are out here. I understand the creature AI has been improved. And I have no idea where the adventure areas are out here. So I know that there's some adventure stuff, but I don't know much about it, other than I know it exists. And they've touted it a bunch. I tend to... Wait, why do I not see any land here? What is going on? Isn't that a little strange? I decided to go over this other direction because the land wasn't showing out there. And is there an error with the map? Something like that? Picasso disguised. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I can't get there. You know, I wonder. Well, yeah, the dizzy effect is pretty cool. It's actually really hard to navigate when dizzy, which it should be. They changed the map layout. Okay, so I'm assuming that it's just this is a way to force us into some points of contention. Is that supposed to look like water now? Something, I don't know. So you just got to remember this is pre-alpha. So there's other resource types out here. Like, I don't know, better resource types. That other area that I started in was kind of a protected area. There's no... the enemy can get in there, but it's very difficult for them to, and their survivability is not so good. But it's a pretty protected space for new characters and stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at what I see on the map here. All right. We're just going to go wherever this takes us. We'll see what we end up at. So, if you play something like Shroud of the Avatar, Shroud of the Avatar is 80% focused on PvE and maybe 20% on PvP. It's exact opposite here in Crowfall. 80% PvP. So they announced this adventure area, which really is not in alignment with being so hardcore PvP, but I think people were asking for it, so they're putting in a bit of it. You can see that if their campaign state change message goes here. So I actually don't know what I'm looking for. But I'm sure I'm going to run into something. You don't walk directly on top of the water anymore. I don't know if any of it's deep enough that you can swim yet. But so cobblestone, level 1. There are higher levels and you can get better resources from them. This is a dangerous area. You can get sniped so easy down in a canyon like this. Still all rank 1. I think this game is going to look pretty gorgeous when it's done. Am I a giant rat? No, I'm an elkin. I'm actually an elk. I have no horns. I decided to create this character without any horns. Typically, they have horns. So, and he is a mage. Yeah, I like the look of the water is actually pretty nice.
You, sir, rock.
Force Ozone, thank you so much for subbing. All right, resubbing, I mean. 150 gold for 15 months as a sub. Thank you very much.
You, sir, rock.
And then Technocrat, thank you for the resub as well. There's another 60 gold for 6 months as a sub. All right, everybody's getting gold all of a sudden. Twitch chat. Thank you, Technocrat and Force Ozone. I feel like I'm kind of going in a circle a little bit. Wonder how I get up top. Look around. Is there an XP bar? Yeah, there is an XP bar at the bottom. The XP bar is there is some stuff. There's just not so much a grinding game. There are a few things that you can get experience for. And I have actually not dove into that too much. Okay, so I think that I am in some sort of pattern where I might be in a maze here. It could be like getting lost. Let's look and see what we've got. The map. See, the map is so rudimentary. This will change a lot, but it's just, you know, it's a map at its most basic. Oh. Now this is some better ore, looks like. It's silver. So, and silver would be used for certain things. When crafting things, silver can be having some particular properties to it that that you may be looking for in the items that you create. The likelihood is here that I will die before getting this stuff back to my bank. Actually, I'm not going to worry about it too much today. So, but silver definitely is considered higher grade than just regular ore. Oh, okay, so there may be creatures up here. Yeah. What are those things? Is he coming after me? Yeah, maybe. Hey, this is one part I have a hard time with, is getting on to the loot. He wasn't too hard to take out. If all he gives me is a little bit of money, there is gold in the game. It's currency, so I always check my pockets before going out. Yeah, gotta make sure I don't have bacon. He hit me a little bit here. Why can't I hit him? There we go. So all I'm getting is a little bit of gold from these. No other resources. Okay, why can't I get out of my thing here? There we go. Hey, so we're going to bypass these guys now. I don't know where I'm going to. They don't look quite right. They look kind of little or something, you know? Are they running after me? A little bit. So this is very much a game where you would play with groups. You can do a lot of stuff solo. And in fact, even though I mentioned that it's like, you know, hardcore PvP, if all you wanted to do was craft stuff and go out and do resource collecting and everything, well, you could. You know, if that was your main thing, but don't expect that you're going to be able to go out and go resource collecting, and that you're never going to be engaged in combat, because it is going to happen. People are going to want to kill you and take your stuff. And death in here is a big deal. There's significant loss from it. So this is an elkin. He's an elk. Yeah, I know nobody knows that without his horns, huh? Uh-oh, I can't get up any higher over here. Well, I was trying to get over this mountain here. See if I could. I really like playing caster. You know, I don't know if you noticed, like in Shroud, I am almost pure mage. I do have a guy that's a bit of a tank, but I actually don't play him very often because I really enjoy the magic much more. Okay, so I'm getting up here to the top of the world. That's what I was kind of trying to do here. Oh shit, I'm gonna fall off here, huh? Yeah, it's like I can't get up there any higher. So there's that road, if I'm looking that way. Guess we'll go down to that road and then see where it goes. So we're not really going to go over the mountain, I think. I got to be careful about how I get down out of here. I could accidentally kill myself. It is possible. So I'm not seeing other forts stuff, but I know that there are other forts out here. If I go sideways on this, oh, I got some XP for killing those NPCs. Okay. I know that if I go straight over the edge there and go down at that really steep angle that I'll die. Can't fall that far down and survive. So there's a road here. I guess we'll see where it goes.
You, sir, rock.
Ironhide, ooh, 32 months. Yes. So Ironhide, 32 months is going to be 640 gold to everybody here in his honor. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, coming up on that 3 years. I appreciate that support. So, thank you a bunch, actually. I have no idea where I'm going. See where this leads. Might lead me straight to the enemy. So when at the point where I'm really going to get into Crowfall here is at soft launch. Probably going to be later this year. Those blue stones, those are a crystal type thing, and typically there's mobs around them. So the blue stones themselves don't I think have any way to harvest them or any value of them or anything like that. Let's see here. Oh, he ran away. Is he just wandering around out here? Maybe. So I did read that there's some improvement in the AI and everything. So they basically made them smarter. Oh, here's another fort. This is not owned by us. We'll go look at it, but I'm going to have to be careful. I am alone. I would not be able to take on the guards that are there. But we may be able to go look at it. Yeah, it's not owned by us. It's owned by Chaos. I think if I go up in here, there's probably NPC guards up in here. We'll go peek. Hopefully, yeah, there are NPC guards up in there. Can't hardly see them, but they're on the four corners of that building up there. There's a shrine up there. You can get a blessing from that, I think. Give you some stats. So this is not built up yet, but they have built part of it. Here's another portion of it. It does have walls that can extend out quite far. Oh, unless, oh no, this is a rock quarry. Okay. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I kind of like the design of this, where you're down there trying to harvest the stuff, and it is at an angle like this where people can come up and start taking shots at you. Let's look around here a little bit. Oh, and this is, oh, for cutting granite? Wow. So this is one of the resources needed for doing, for building these facilities here and everything. Okay, so there's a Hellcat. not quite close enough on him? Did he run away? Okay. Interesting. Rank 10 copper. I can't get that with this. Rank 10's a little too hard. What is that down there? I see something crawling the wall. Is that a player? Hard to tell. Not really sure what I was seeing there. When I'm in combat mode, I run slower. Hello, Whitethorn. Do you think it's possible to play Crowfall alone? You love exploring, harvesting? Yes, I think so. I think it's going to be. In fact, I will be having. I'll probably have a character that goes out and does nothing but harvesting of resources and everything. I can totally see myself doing something like that. So I will have multiple characters in the game, multiple accounts, just because that's what my plan is. I think that looks like a dangerous area down there. I don't know how to get down there, though. Looks like quite a drop-off and maybe no way to get back up. Maybe there's some stairs over here or something. Oop. This whole area looks interesting. Yeah, there's... Hey, that looks like a mob down there, or a rat, or whatever. Looks kind of dangerous down there. There's quite a bit of stuff here. I'm in a place called Valley of Thorns, okay? Oh, and there's some sort of minecart system down there. What feature does current beta have? There is no current beta yet. This is still pre-alpha. So systems being tested right now are adventure system and economy. So the adventure system, we're probably going to end up getting into that on the next time I cover Crowfall, because I got to find out where the adventure even begins. I actually don't know. So, yeah, I don't know how to get to the adventure area. So I'm going to have to research that a little bit. And that'll probably make a good show. I just wanted to get in the game today, though, to take a look around, see things. There is player-owned property. There is player-owned towns and everything. So, and that's something that you're not seeing today. But they do exist. In fact, we will be putting together a big guild. So, looking forward to that. Soft launch, though, I don't expect it to be until later this year. Of course, it's up to them, but that's what it's kind of looking like, is around the end of the year. And soft launch will mean it's the final wipe, that everything you do from there on out will count and will stick. Even though there may be still a few systems not in. Do you guys hear that? Someone's mining.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Let's see if they're friendly. See if I can find them. Ooh, my FPS. Whew. There's the player down there. Oh, he has a ethereal pickaxe. He's got those things. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Yeah, he's probably a little bit better at combat than I am, just looking at everything going on down there. Well, it's taken him quite a few hits to take that thing out. Maybe I took it out quicker than that. Yeah, persistence will be soft launch. And that's when... God, he still hasn't killed that thing? I mean, maybe it's a higher level. I killed those things pretty quick. But maybe down there it's a lot higher level. A lot harder. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Wow, he's fighting it a long time. Hello, Brian. So, yeah, we'll just, you know, pretty casually cover the game. For then, hopefully I can find the adventure system and we'll cover that. We're gonna have a huge guild in the game, and as soon as guild stuff can start being listed and everything, do that. Oh, he's running now that another one spawned. He's getting chased out of there. So that's too bad. Yeah, but that's life. All right. So I think in all honesty that this is about as much as we're going to be able to explore today. I got to find out where the adventure zones are. So next time we cover Crowfall, we'll do that. Don't forget, like I mentioned, if you're interested in Crowfall and you know that you're going to get into it, check out the Kickstarter Amber packs we have in the store. They're on sale right now. They're more than $100 off, and it's just because we're a little bit overstocked on them. And so as soon as we're back down to normal amount of stock on them, the sale's going away. ! Crowfall on Twitch chat. There's a link in the description in YouTube. And so there is that available for those of you that really know that you want to be in here. All right. So, Huntori, thank you for the follow. All right, we are going to switch over to Shroud of the Avatar. It'll take just a moment to get switched over, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put the show in pre-show mode, and then we will be back in a few minutes and continue on with Shroud of the Avatar. So there we go.